So I moved out to this little village that's right outside the gates of Penang National Park on the northwest side of the island. But I'll talk a little bit more about that later. Right now, I just want to talk a little about what happened this past week. As I mentioned previously, my mother-in-law and brother-in-law were here visiting. They come and visit us maybe once a year, wherever we are in the world, right? So it's kind of this yearly event that we all kind of look forward to and kind of get excited about and all that. Well, that week just happened. When they come here, it's kind of like this time to turn tourist, or this is kind of becoming a weird run-in theme. Me turning tourist on this vlog. But anyway, yeah, it gives us the opportunity to do some things that we wouldn't ordinarily do, like oh geez, cats. These cats just really don't give a shit about you here. They'll just like walk right over your foot or knock you out of the way. It's amazing. They just have incredibly big balls. Check this one out. Hey kitty. So anyway, as I was saying, this kind of gives us the opportunity to do some things, around town that we may not ordinarily do. Like things that are kind of like cater more towards visitors rather than people that are living and working in these places that we set up bases of operation in. I'm talking about places like going to these, really beautiful temples, or visiting these, restorated for tourists, kind of like old historic sites, and going to museums and going on walking tours, and just basically doing all that, as well as like eating some food that we wouldn't ordinarily eat. My wife's family, they're vegetarian. My wife was raised a vegetarian, so they come here, we gotta find them like vegetarian food and stuff like that. And it's like this really good time because I usually take off work. I usually take pretty much the entire week off of work when they visit, and we just hang out, right? We also went back to Monkey Beach, right? You may remember Monkey Beach from when Petra and I went there, just the two of us, on New Year's Eve. We went out to the national park, we grabbed a boat, we rode out there, we hung out. And as I was saying, we just had this really, really nice time. It's just this nice time with family. But tomorrow's time for me to get back to work. I am just absolutely buried. I have, an entire month's worth of articles that I need to write in, a week and a half, right? I have, a book that I need to finish. I have a lot of videos that I want to get done and published. I have a documentary that I still haven't completed yet. This documentary that I shot, last June, right, in South Korea, that I'm just not done with. And man, guys, I've just become buried, man. You start going out and you start, obtaining like small degrees of success in what you do, and then all of a sudden, you have a lot of opportunities that give you the chance to have, bigger successes. And each opportunity in and of itself is something that you just can't say no to. But once you take all of these opportunities, right, all at once, all at the same time, you don't say no to any of them, you quickly find that you just don't have any time for them all, right? So I'm in this weird position now where I've just taken on so much that, oh, fucking cat. Come on, cat, I'm trying to talk about my feelings here. Rude bastard. So I'm just taking on all these projects. I've just taken on so many that I'm not really doing any of them as well as I could. I'm not taking away as much from them as I normally would. So I'm at this point now that I need to, first of all, I need to start saying no to some of these things, right? I mean, how can you say no to, a speaking engagement that's going to pay you like, airfare accommodation and then $2,000 on top of that, right? You can't say no to that, right? How do you say no to, writing for like, some of the writing features for like some of the biggest publications on the planet? How do you say no to that? But I have to learn to say no somehow. I have to learn to kind of structure this life a little bit differently so that I'm able to actually do these big projects that I really want to do. The stuff that kind of become kind of like the stuff that I can kind of like these accomplishments that I can like put up in the trophy case of my life, right? And right now I'm just kind of nickel and diming myself to death. I'm, doing a lot of small projects, a lot of things to make money, right? That's kind of focusing on things that make money. And I'm kind of missing out on doing these, big, long-term, kind of like, these hallmark projects, right? These trophy case projects that would kind of define me and what I do. It's getting tough. But anyway, the visitors are gone and it's time to get back at it. So tomorrow I should have a video up just kind of about moving out here and a little more about this place that I'm in, because it's just absolutely beautiful, right? It's this little fishing village, right on the doorstep of the national park that has like, beaches and mountains and, this little fisherman's port and, nice little restaurants and, real friendly people. So anyway, I'll tell you all about this tomorrow. And let me know what you think about this kind of vlog, right? This kind of like, just raw narrative of just, me and what I'm doing. I don't know. Maybe you don't like this, right? Or maybe you think this is boring or corny or lame. But anyway, tell me what you think. I really want to know. Because I kind of like this, this ongoing record. Kind of this video diary. Sounds corny, but that's pretty much what it is. This video diary of what I do, what I think, and what I'm accomplishing. And kind of, my narrative, right? I mean, I spend all day writing about other people's narratives. I kind of want this little break where I can just tell my story.